Another talk on language features. This time not a feature that is rarely used, but one that does not yet exist. And the connection, that's actually the connection to Python to this meetup here. I'm currently writing my master's thesis at TU Berlin and actually doing an experiment at Freie Universität, where I study how programmers read source code and how they comprehend the code and the different features. One is Java code and then Java code with a new language feature. And just to make a short example, so Java code bad. So you create a new file instance, a file of the current directory, and store it in a local variable, and then invoke a list method on it to print the files in that directory to standard output. The new feature is instead of Python, where you refer with only the variable name, to remove the variable declaration altogether, and then just refer with a dot for syntactic reasons and the type of the instance that you want to refer to. It's also possible to refer to the results of function or applications. So if you know that the list method returns an array of strings, then you can refer to that array without storing it in a local variable. And this works because there's only one array of strings in this method declaration. If there would be two arrays of strings, then you would think a bit further how to develop this language feature. Then you could do it with positional attributes, say, okay, I want to refer to the first or the last array of strings. But that's not part of a language feature yet. And how do I study the feature with eye tracking? I use a setup like this, where you have this chin rest, the blue one where you put your chin on, and forehead rest, and then you look through plexiglass onto the screen, and there on the top there's a camera that records where your eyes are looking, and then it can tell how long and where you're looking. And that way I want to find out how well or not so well people comprehend Java code compared to the feature. And I'm still looking for participants for the experiment. What you need is that you have programming experiment, and you should be able to comprehend Java code without shaking heavily. Any questions or volunteers?
The new feature that you're showing, Java. I'm Java programmer. The future is showing Java. It's nothing from Java 8. It's introduced. It's a proposal.
Yeah, exactly. That's a feature.
What exactly means the dot? The dot means?
It's just The
dot means what? But which object refers to dot here? No.
No, the dot is just to say that, okay, this is this new feature, the anaphors, and that now it's something like the file. It's just for syntactic reasons.
It means, because the last object of class file which I created with an instance.
Yeah. Exactly.
I knew that from Perl, that feature.
So
I knew that from Perl.
You created that feature in Java 8 or whatever?
No, not in Java 8. It's just I created it in my bachelor's thesis.
So it's a preprocessor?
No, I modified the Java compiler. Because you need to type information, and then you already have a compiler. I started to write a compiler during my bachelor's thesis, but I was not yet able to handle cases like loops and conditionals. And now in the master's thesis, I want to have the other side, how programmers cope with understanding it. Because especially the ones with the, when you refer to the result of a list or of a method invocation, or there's another variant that you refer to a part of an object. So something, for instance, files have URIs, like this unique identifiers. And typically you would say like file.uri or file.ui. And you would be able to say something like .uri and then refer to the part. And that's possible for, and also comprehensible for things that you know. So if you know that file is a URI, then it's pretty simple to just write .uri and you will know it. Of course, it's a big problem if you write about, or if someone else writes about stuff he knows, and you read it and you don't know the background of like the class, the parts of the classes and stuff.
That's okay. Maybe it's a good idea. You should put this around this with a if statement, like in if new file list, and then the dot list refers to the object in the if statement.
That's the existing. I mean, it's not available in Java, but that's the
Visual Basic.
I think that's awesome. No, with the like this anaphora stuff, the more interesting thing is that you are able to refer to things in like the surface of the text, and then also it doesn't matter so much where things are defined. So
it must be clear what it is. It must be clear to the reader what it is. What dot string means. Really, I saw from practice. We have methods with over 4,000 lines. Really.
Any more questions?
Yeah, I'm interested in where you get your results. So you're recording the iTracks. So which statistic you want to create from it? So how long I spent my time looking on the line, and how far I jump with my eyes from line to line?
Well, it's a bit a bad idea, like to explain the statistics if you want people to participate in the experiment. I mean, you could participate and then I'll tell you afterwards.
Okay. I'm just curious which kind of figures you want to create out of this.
Yeah, so it's something like durations on locations where you...
Okay.
So the idea, but in the end, the idea is you want to find out if this is a feature that is worthwhile putting into the language because it makes code comprehension faster. Could have been done with meta classes.
Thanks for your attention.